I'm very excited to share the news with you that I finally got my PMP certification done.
Thanks to EduHubSpot.com and Varun's mentorship.
The material provided by EduHubSpot is fantastic and the mentoring is phenomenal.
I could not accomplish this feat without the outstanding mentorship of Varun.
I would like to thank EduHubSpot for all the support that was given to me in this journey.
If you're looking to be certified just like me, EduHubSpot is your go-to place.
Thank you, EduHubSpot, for helping me become a PMI Certified professional.
I want to give credit to my success to the EduHubSpot team.
Hey Bipin, congratulations for passing the PMP exam with above target score. You know what? I'm so happy for you. I know the personal challenges you had, and I still remember you enrolled in our course last year, and due to some personal challenges, you have given a break. And after that, you came back and you completed this exam with above target. I'm so happy for you, Bipin. So, how's your feeling right now?
I'm feeling top of the world, Gautam. Like I told you right after my exam when I mailed you, that's exactly my feeling. After the exam, I kind of kind of climbed a mountain. Actually, climbed Everest.
Still, I remember your email, buddy. It was so personal and it was so touching.
Yeah, it was
Thank you so much.
right from the bottom of my heart. I mean, all that I mentioned in the mail came from my heart.
Yeah, I can understand. You really mean that. All the statements, you really mean that. And
Yes.
first of all, thank you for doing this interview with me. So, Bipin, let me tell you the reason why I'm doing this interview. For a simple reason, to motivate my students and also any PMP aspirants who see this video, and they should also get motivated. Yeah. So
Yes.
that is the reason I'm conducting this interview. So
Sure.
let's get started, buddy. So I have certain questions to ask you. Let me start with question number one. So please share your professional background, where you're coming from, your experience, and so on.
Okay. See, professionally, I work with a company called Essilor Exotica, and we are the world leaders in ophthalmic lenses and eyewear. And in my organization, I work as a digital transformation manager. That's my designation, and I lead and manage digital projects for my organization. I mean, pan India, which is developing websites, customer portals, even consumer store locators and all that for my organization's customers. And I also handle certain process re-engineering projects wherein I kind of find the gaps in processes and try to make the processes more efficient by project managing them. Yeah.
Okay, it's like you are contributing to your organization internal
Yes.
business also by
Yes. Yes.
improving the
Mostly
process.
yes. Yes.
Got it. And out of interest, I'm asking, what made you to choose PMP as your next career
Yeah,
upcoming skill,
it's a
upskilling?
very relevant question. See, for me, actually, projects, I didn't go after project management. Projects found me. That's how I would like to put
That's
it.
nice.
Because in never in my dream, I wanted to be a project manager, because the initial leg of my career, the first 4 years, I have 9 years of experience, by the way. So the first 4.5 years, I was, managing a manufacturing plant. And from there, there was nothing related to project management which I was doing in that 4.5 years. And then I had a role change, and I had a new boss. So my boss entrusted with me, I mean, certain problems in the organization which were like kind right from the start. There were certain problems. He asked me to gave it as a task to me to solve these problems.
Okay.
So I had some kind of idea of project management and the approach to take, like to have a problem statement and to find out who is involved, which is the stakeholders. So kind of did a project unknowingly to start off. And then there were sequence of such projects given to me, and knowingly or unknowingly, I kind of managed a basic project management methodology to solve those problems. That's why I ended up in the project management role per se.
Okay.
And then I kind of developed a liking towards this role, and that's when I decided, okay, let me then maybe take it as my career path, and explored what is the standard in project management. And that's when I came across the term, PMP and PMI, the body itself.
Okay.
So I wanted, and then I understood that it's a certification which requires certain kind of experience. You cannot just simply go and get a certification. You need to have a project management experience. So I had to wait. So I did projects continuously in my organization, be it very small, it's not maybe a big revenue generating projects per se, but then finally when I had that 3-4 years of experience is where I decided, okay, PMP is the gold standard in project management, I should have it against my name, and I enrolled. That's the
Perfect.
primary reason why I wanted this. And then if now I come to think of it, after doing the course, after doing this certification, what I also realized is, in real world, like you always say, there are a lot of decisions which we take which may not be something what PMI mandates or in their
Exactly.
code of ethics. But
Exactly.
then in my organization, being very functional, not very project oriented, I want to maybe bring a cultural change.
Mm.
At least going forward, I want to influence the stakeholders to maybe align more to the best practices in project management world.
I'm so happy to hear
That's
this, Bipin. Bipin, trust me, I'm so happy now. I'm so happy that you passed the certification. Now you're saying that, Gautam, I'm going to apply all the practice which I
yes,
learned, in my organization. I'm double happy. See, this is a great reason for doing PMP, man. So I just loved
yeah,
it. Yeah, good,
thanks.
good, good. And thanks. You are thinking in the right direction. I'm so
Yeah,
happy about it, Bipin. Yeah. And the next question I have: what was the
yeah,
process you followed for PMP preparation? Means which
yeah.
study materials you used and so on. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, to speak about the process, obviously I kind of did my research and I figured out there is a body called EduHubSpot who provides the best in class training, and that's how, okay, in fact I came into EduHubSpot through my colleague. He
Mm,
was the one who first signed in. I don't know which batch, maybe a couple of months prior to when I signed in, and he only recommended me to join EduHubSpot. So I gave it a try, but initially I understood, okay, maybe the pricing is a little bit higher on the other side. But trust me, Gautam, when I and after the first 2 days of boot camp, I actually realized that quality comes with a price. All right.
Thank you so much.
So I have no objections regarding pricing. It's absolutely well priced. It's perfect, and the platform. I mean, that's the major tool which I used. My preparation was more or less revolving around the way the simulator was structured. So I went by the simulator, the way the course was structured in the simulator, and the way you guided me. And in terms of, if you ask me how I prepared, if you ask me the materials purely was from the simulator. I didn't venture out into too much of other resources. But from a doing a trial of mock test, like because towards the end we were actually doing only mock test. If you remember, you
Yeah.
asked me to do continuously do mock test, repeat the mock test, review the wrong questions. In that particular time frame, I also did certain mock tests of other service providers, and
Mhm.
that's when I actually understood the quality of EduHubSpot's mock test and the material.
Mm.
Because in those mock tests I was easily scoring 90 plus 95% consistently, and I was definitely not comfortable, whereas I was scoring 70 plus in EduHubSpot, and you kept telling me that that's a perfectly good score, and you will score above target, is what you kept on telling me. So then after the exam, I completely realized the contrast in quality of the material, what I experienced in both places. So actually the mock test and the materials is what I relied on completely for the preparation per se.
Perfect. You perfectly summed it up. Thank you so much, Bipin.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to someone starting the PMP certification process? Who are just
Okay.
starting the certification process? Yeah.
Okay. So obviously, the reason why you are choosing to do the certification should be very clear in your mind. It's not just to acquire the certification per se, because as we all are aware, certification comes with a validity. So the validity is given for a good reason, so that you keep yourself updated. It's
Mm.
not that you do the certification and that's the end of project management. No, project management, I believe, is an evolving field where new things keeps on adding day by day, like artificial intelligence for that matter.
Yep.
It's a similar field where best practices keeps on evolving as more and more projects are done by project managers across the world. And the advice is to be very clear on the objective of doing this. If
Mm.
you have to excel in your work, is where the reason should be for you to choose PMP, not just to have the certification in front of your name. So that is one thing. You should be very clear on the objective.
Perfect, Vipin. I'm just loving this interview, buddy. The answers which you're giving, I'm really loving it. And
Yeah.
one important question. See, you started with EduHubSpot last year, but due to some personal challenges, you had a
Hmm.
break. After
Hmm.
that, you came back and you again started your studies. Which kept you motivated once you came back?
A couple of things I can say, are the motivational factors for me in this journey, because this journey is spanning almost 8 months,
Hmm.
right? And it's definitely not easy to make a comeback, is what I realized the hard
Yeah,
way.
yeah, it's a
Yeah,
hard way.
yeah. See,
Yeah.
because October is where I enrolled for the boot camp, and the momentum was very good. In fact, I remember you telling me that I am one of the candidates who you see clearing the exam very shortly, I mean
Yep.
within December.
Yep.
So I didn't want to let you down. That's one thing.
Thank
and
you.
and definitely I had to take a break because I had to travel back home, and there was some disconnect. Then I couldn't concentrate on this. But what always kept me motivated is the fact that I always keep talking to myself, to my inner self. I mean, it's not literally audible, but then I kind of keep talking to myself, and
Mm.
I always remind them whenever I'm distracted or whenever I'm off track, not maybe studying for a couple of days or so. I always keep talking to myself, see Bipin, you have enrolled this program for a reason.
Mm.
Always kept reminding me of myself why I have enrolled into this program. So
Mm.
which kind of definitely gave me a motivation. That is definitely one thing. And the other thing is also, even the gap, even with so many months of gap, I always try to maintain consistency in my study, even if it is 15 minutes in a day.
Mm.
I try to maintain at least that 15 to 30 minutes at least. Maybe I do a small test or
Mm.
revise one topic at least in a day, so that I am always in touch. And that is also one of the reason, even when there was a gap in the study, I always used to follow your YouTube videos, which comes
Mm.
on Tuesdays, so
Mm.
that I still know that I am in the game. Yeah.
That's a very good advice, buddy. That's a very good advice. And next question: your experience with EduHubSpot.
I have, I don't think this interview would be, enough for me to express my gratitude towards EduHubSpot and the team.
Thank you so much.
I mean, seeing a lot of vendors, because during my selection process to figure out whom should I approach for training, I didn't find anyone very, I mean, even close to EduHubSpot. I mean, the kind of mentorship which is definitely you, and the way the course is structured. One thing I can quickly say which I could relate to is, never in this 8 months when I tried to log into EduHubSpot, I didn't find the website down, because
Thank you.
I always used to wake up in the odd times of the day, like 4 o'clock, 3:30, to kind of study, because I suddenly get a motivation from somewhere that I am lagging behind. I should do some study today. I
Mm.
kind of wake up at 4:30 or 5. I want to revise a topic. If the experience was that I find the website down, then that would have demotivated me like anything.
Yep.
But
Yep.
never in this 8 months I kind of experienced any glitch with the website.
Mm.
So I am thankful to EduHubSpot, the backend team also,
Yeah.
to maintain that consistency in experience for the students. It's great. And the way the course is structured, it doesn't let you slip. You have to follow a certain way of doing it. You complete the videos, then review the slides, then you do the test, then you evaluate where you stand. So it's a very structured thing, and that's what I was looking at when I was selecting a training institute. That's what I was looking at. I wanted a structured training provider who always will have assistance with me. I mean,
Mm.
whenever I am in doubt or whenever I am stuck, I wanted someone to handhold me. So many a times I find many institutes, they give the training and then they kind of isolate themselves from the students. But EduHubSpot is very different, and I think that's the best part about EduHubSpot and the mentor program, that you ensure that you take the student till the last leg and you ensure that he passes. I
Thank
mean,
you.
that is a tremendous thing. I mean, what HubSpot is doing. I mean, I'm completely my gratitude for that.
Thank you so much, Bipin. You motivated me. Trust me. So I'm
Yeah.
with double energy now. Yeah, thank you so much for this. Yeah.
Yes.
And Bipin, since you have talked about this website, you have not seen the website down whenever you're logging. So here I want to take a minute to appreciate my technical team also. You have already appreciated. So we
Yes.
have a technical team behind it. As you mentioned, who's at the back end. So we as a mentors are faces of EduHubSpot, but our technical team are at the back end and they are doing tremendous work. So I will take this interview as an opportunity to appreciate them as well. Yeah. And
Please.
thanks for appreciating them. Thank you so much.
Sure. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
And Bipin, thank you so much for taking time and sharing all your insights on how did you study it for PMP. And also, I just enjoyed this interview, man. Especially, I loved your reasoning of taking up this PMP course. I just loved it. And
Thank you.
I know you are a highly motivated person. Just now you completed PMP and you started your ACP journey. All the
Yes.
very best for that, Bipin, for your
Thank you.
ACP
Thank you,
as well.
Gautam.
And I know you will clear that also with above target. I'm damn sure.
Sure. Sure. I'll do it.
But our interview is not yet over, so let's
Sure.
make little funnier. I have some one word questions for you, so I'm going to
Okay.
ask you some series of questions. I want you to answer in just one word. Yeah.
Okay. I'll try.
What's your guilty pleasure?
uh,
You have to be fast.
I'm not able to make out. I mean,
That's okay, that's okay, leave it, let's move on. Your favorite hobby?
singing.
Singing. That's nice. Your role
Yeah.
model?
My mom.
My mom. Okay, normally I used to hear my dad, but this is different. Good.
Yeah.
So what do you find most boring?
Watching TV.
Watching next question. I'm
Yes.
interested to know the answer. The
Yeah.
most useless thing you have ever bought?
I bought a very expensive perfume,
Okay.
and somehow I'm not using it at all. So,
Good, 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 good.
yeah.
Your favorite drink?
Uh, lemonade.
Lemonade.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. So I'm not going to trouble you more. Okay, let's stop this one word rapid fire round here. And thank you so much, Bipin, for taking time and sharing your experience. I really enjoyed this 15 minutes of time and hope you enjoyed as well. All the very
Definitely.
best for your future endeavors. And of course, we are going to be in touch. So anything you
Sure.
want to say, Bipin?
No, I just want to thank you again, Gautam, for all the support. I mean, over 8 months, even though I kind of fumbled, I took a break. It was actually a long break for a very competitive course like PMP to have that certification. You have seen thousands of students doing this. So, but then when I came back, actually the kind of support that you offered, I mean, you never even questioned why I took so long and all. Right from that email what I wrote to you after that break, you were asking me to get back on track. The reply to that email I very remember was to ask to do the revision of the slides.
Yeah.
You didn't even kind of put me off saying that it's too late or anything. So I'm ever grateful, ever thankful to you, Gautam, as a mentor. You have been phenomenal. I don't know,
Thank you.
without maybe you, I would not have even pursued this in my second phase.
Thank you, Bipin. Thank you. So kind of you. It was nice talking to you. See you.
Sure.
Bye.
Bye, Gautam. Thank you.